Hi, this is Betsy with Bridging Apps, and today I'm going to show you an app called OverDrive. Here it is right here, and OverDrive is a great app that allows you to download audiobooks and eBooks at no cost with your public library card. So what's going to happen is when you open up the OverDrive, you are going to see a sign in, and after you sign in, I always sign in using my library card, so it will ask you to find your library, and you can search it by the city name or the name of your library. It will drop down a list, and then you can choose your library, and then you'll need to put in your library card number. And then once you do that, it will look like this. Now this is, you can see my bookshelf. This is a book that I had downloaded in the audio format. You can see that because you see the little headphones. But if you want to add another title, you can just go in and add a title, and then you can search for whatever book that you would like. So I'm going to search for, I'm going to search for another Nancy Drew. Oops. So we will search for there. You can get on, some of these say wait list, so you would have to get on the wait list. And these are audiobooks. Let's see if there's one I can get right now. Oh, here's one. So this is an ebook. So we're going to click borrow. And you can borrow for a certain number of days. I'm going to borrow for 7 days since I am just doing this for an example. So I'm borrowing now for 7 days, and then now you can either read it with Kindle, which will then open it up into your Kindle app, or let's go back to it. So it's on my bookshelf. Uh-oh. It should be on my bookshelf. Well, I don't know where it went. Let's see if it's in my history. It takes a few minutes usually for this app to refresh. I have noticed that. I'm going to delete this one because it's already expired. Maybe it's already in my Kindle. Let's go look for it over there. I don't even have my Kindle app loaded onto this, so it is probably not there. So we'll go back into OverDrive. See, sometimes tech doesn't work for any of us, and we have to kind of play around with it a little bit. So let's go back. Let's add another book. So when something like that happens, just know you are not alone. Strange things happen to all of us when we're using technology. So let's look for another Nancy Drew mystery. And we can go see if we can see. Let's go to loans. Oops. Oh, it says something went wrong, so let's see. Okay. Here it is. So we'll do read now with Kindle. There's the having trouble. Let's see. Let's do read now in browser. So I am showing you this on my phone. on my iPhone, but you can also do this on your iPad, which is what I usually do because it's just bigger, it's easier to read. But it's nice to be able to access library books from anywhere you are literally in the world. So here it is. We'll look at the chapters. So as you can see, this is the percentage of how much has downloaded. Let's go to the About page. So this is the About page about the authors. And we can go back to the chapters. Oops. I can scroll all the way through the book. So as you can see, it's only 5% loaded. Here are the chapters. Let's go. That was the About page. Let's look at something a little more fun. Let's look at chapter 7. So it does take a while, a few minutes for it to download. So there's chapter 7, so you can see how it is, and then you can just read it. So that is super convenient. Like I said earlier, to literally be able to borrow a book from your library from anywhere. So I'm going to return it. Most libraries only let you, they have a limit on what you can, how many things you can borrow at a time. So like it says you can borrow 15 more titles. We can see our account limits here. And it says you can borrow 2 titles every day and up to 15, I guess maybe in a month. So I'm going to search for an audiobook. So let's look for, we'll look for Brene Brown's books. They may be on wait lists though. Yep. I should have known, she's a very popular lady. So hers are all on wait lists. Let's look, we'll look for Agatha Christie. See if she has anything available. These are all waitlisted as well. It must be the beginning of the summer. There's one that's available. I wanted to show you oh, here's one that's available. So we're looking at this book. See if we can get it to open up. If you push, there it is. So The Secret Adversary is right here, and you can listen to a sample if you'd like. So you can listen with audiobooks. It's important to listen to samples so you know if you like the narrator, because the narrator is really can make or break the book for you. So here is the sample. It has a little, let's see how it sounds. So I do not hear it playing. Wonder if I have my audio turned off somewhere. So I'm trying to troubleshoot all of the things I can. but I do not hear it. So I am going back to OverDrive, and let's borrow it and see if we can listen to it from there. So I clicked borrow, and then it's going to open back up and give us a choice of where to listen. Oh, and now it's playing our sample.
Prologue. It was 2 p.m. on the afternoon of May the 7th, 1915.
So I have it on 1.25. That's why it sounds a little fast.
While the boats were being launched with all possible speed, the women and children were being lined up awaiting their turn. Some still clung desperately to husbands and fathers. Others clutched their children closely to their breasts.
I'm going to do it there. So we're going to borrow it. Let's see if it'll go through. Borrow. And then we can download it as an MP3 audiobook. I'm clicking download. And let's see, here are files. So it is downloading over here. It says 0 of 7 downloads, so it is going to be downloading it, and then it will be over here in the files when you want to listen to it. So OverDrive is a great app. It does have a few little glitches like you saw, but just be patient, and you know, if there's an error, it usually gives you an error message and you can just try again to borrow it. It is really nice because you can get these audiobooks and ebooks for free, and you don't have to pay for it.